What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kyla Treese and I'm back with another video. In today's video, we are going to talk about things I stopped spending my money on so that I could save more money. And I wrote all this shit down so I can stay on topic and things like that, because I really do feel like I have some valid points, and I feel like y'all should do this. Y'all should write down the things that you spend your money on, and you could write down the things that you could genuinely live without, and see how much money you could save. Like, add up the totals and all that and see how much money you could save. Because yes, like, yes ma'am, I feel like everybody needs to do this. So things I stopped spending my money on. Number one, DoorDash. I love me a good DoorDash, right? But I had to let it go and cook, you know what I'm saying? DoorDash is like $20 and up. Like, my whole order would come up to either $20 or $24. However, it depends on, like, if you're, you know, buying for one person or if you're buying for two people. It's gonna be like probably like $30 and up, you know what I'm saying? But for just me, DoorDash costs like $20 to $24 depending on what I'm getting, and because it's just me. That shit adds up though. Like, let's say I get DoorDash twice in 1 week. That's $40 already gone. Let's say I decide to get DoorDash a third time. That's $60 gone. For what? Because I didn't want to cook? No, ma'am. So definitely starting to cook, or cook more, because what I'm learning is I was making dishes based off of survival, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was making dishes based off of like what my mom used to make when we were little and shit like that, and I don't really like that, you know what I'm saying? We couldn't afford but that's all we could afford at the time. And so it's like, now that I make my own money, it's like, bro, like, I can learn to cook different things. Like, I love seafood. My food options were very limited when I was a kid. My mom didn't like a lot of shit, right? She was very, very picky, so therefore we had no choice but to be very, very picky. I love seafood, for example. My mother hates seafood. So do you think there was seafood in the house? No, there was not. You know what I'm saying? So I've learned to, or at least try to make different dishes based on, you know, what I like now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm finally figuring out what I like and how to make it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I suggest y'all should do that too. The next thing, hair products. When I go into the beauty supply store or any store for hair products, I used to spend over $50. And this was like when I became a not even new natural. This is when I was in the peak of my natural hair game, and I was trying to just try everything just because it came out. You know what I'm saying? I would be in Target or the beauty supply store trying to pick up that new product. Now that I have locks, that doesn't really matter, you know what I'm saying? Now that I have locks, I stick with one leave-in conditioner, one shampoo, and one cream. Or the shit that's just on my shelf now, which is not a lot. Like, it's not a lot of stuff. I have one deep conditioner now. I have one shampoo, one leave-in, I have one everything now. And the brand that I use is Melon Hair Care. So I use this Melon Black Soap Reviving Shampoo on my locks because it's a clarifying shampoo. And then I will put like a leave-in, whatever leave-in I have, I'll put it on my hair like this. And in the winter months, I'm definitely going to moisturize my locks with this. Like, I'm still going to use my stuff. But I don't have to buy a lot of products, because y'all realize, like, my hair is very, very thick. You know what I mean? So when I was using when I was doing my loose natural hair, I would have to use a lot of product, you know what I'm saying, because I had a lot of hair. But now I still have a lot of hair, but it's locked, so it's not this, it's genuinely not the same, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the same. Like, this is starting to lock, but it's genuinely not the same. So I can use my products, but I don't need a lot, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need a lot of shampoo now. I don't need a lot of and this has lasted me, let's just talk about melanin hair care for a second, because this has lasted me a very, 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 very long time. But that just comes with quality products. Melanin hair care is a quality brand, so you get what you pay for, you know what I'm saying? However, I don't have to, that leave-in used to be the death of me. I used to have to buy a leave-in, a melanin hair care leave-in, every other month. And now I don't have to do that because I'm using less product. So yeah, but like I said, you get what you pay for when you get melanin hair care. Melanin hair care is that brand, all right? And I'm still going to use it on my hair, still gonna use it on my locks. So yeah, that saves me money. I don't have to. Oh, and my retwist gel is $7 at the beauty supply store. I use African Pride's braid and lock gel. I just retwisted my hair. I just retwisted my hair yesterday, so I don't need to. But yeah, y'all, I was spending like $50 at the beauty supply store easy every other month because I had loose natural hair. Especially, you know, you gotta buy, let's just think about everything a loose natural needs, right? Loose naturals need combs. They need depending on what kind of hairstyle you want to do, if you want to do like wigs, weave, stuff like that. Mine was specifically hair products because I wore my natural hair. But let's say you're getting a weave, let's say you're getting an install and shit like that. These installs be costing over $400 for one style that you're not even gonna wear for 6 months, for 6 weeks, 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, these installs be mad crazy. Like I said, mine was just hair products because I didn't wear weave or braids or anything like that. I didn't get my hair professionally done. I feel like learning how to do your hair yourself is definitely going to be beneficial for you and your pocketbook, because you don't have to deal with these rude ass stylists and their policies, and you can have your hair the way you want it for much cheaper than what that stylist was going to charge you, and you probably was going to have some attitude and all of that stuff. So hair in general, if you think about how much money you spend on hair, you thinking, like, if you get your hair done, you get your weaves, your syntheticas, your whatever, think about how much money you spend on your hair alone, and then add up that total at the end and figure out how much money you could have saved. Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? My next one is nail care. Okay, since the beginning of the pandemic, I have not been in a nail salon to get my nails done. I have been in a nail salon to get my toes done, but since the beginning of the pandemic, I have not been in the nail salon to get my nails done. It's just too expensive. Even for like something basic, it's literally like $40 starting, depending on where you live. I live in LA, so of course these LA prices very disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, damn, like $40 for something basic. And then it's like, what they consider long, you won't consider long. Long is like, long to me, like, this is long, you know what I mean? Or maybe that right there, that's long. I be getting my nails a little bit longer than this, and they talking about, oh yeah, it's long, so it's extra. We're gonna charge you extra because of this. We're gonna charge you extra because we had to use cuticle oil. Like, what? It's always the extra. Read all about it. Like, I'm not understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? So I just stopped getting, eventually I just stopped getting my nails done at the nail salon, and I started using press-ons. I had to anyway, because the pandemic, nail salons wasn't open, and now I don't feel comfortable with them doing my nails. I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable with them doing my nails. And I'm starting to see a lot of shit on TikTok that's making me not feel comfortable to get my toes done. I used to, so I have my nails already done. These are press-ons, right? These are press-ons. And I used to get my toes done white at the nail salon. I've seen a lot of shit on TikTok, like as far as fungal shit and all this other stuff, and I don't want to pay. The thing is, I don't want to pay a private nail tech. I don't want to pay a private nail tech because I feel like they be overpricing. So I want to go to my Asian people or whoever the Koreans, and get it done, you know, there, because it's cheaper. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I don't care. I want to go to a basic nail salon, get my basic white gel, and be out the door. But now it's like I want to learn how to do my toes myself. Cause yeah, I feel like that's money that I could potentially save. That's money that I could potentially save. Cause every time I go in there, the price be different. Every time I go in there, the price be different. So it's like, okay, but I get the same thing: white gel polish. Why is the price different every time? I'm not understanding. But yeah. And I think that's because they be adding, like, different people be adding their own, like, different tip. You get it? So yeah. So definitely like nail care and salon care. And I used to get my eyebrows arched. I no longer get my eyebrows arched. I haven't had my eyebrows arched since the pandemic. I let the dude I'm talking to, I let him like edge my eyebrows, because he asked, he's like, can I edge your eyebrows? And I was like, sure. Like, for me, I love the bushy look. When I was getting my eyebrows arched, the pandemic taught me so much about myself. And even though it was a hard time, like, I feel like I flourished during the pandemic. And I hate to say that because, you know, a lot of people was going through hell, losing their jobs and all this other stuff. But I feel like I flourished during the pandemic. Like, I learned to love my eyebrows bushy the way they are. I learned to love my unibrow in the center. Of course, I don't have that right now because he just cut it off like literally 2 days ago. I learned to love my unibrow. Like, I met him with a unibrow and he's still, you know, trying to date me and all this other stuff. So yeah, I'm just that girl, you know what I'm saying? But no, the pandemic really taught me to just love myself. I didn't wear lashes. That's another bill. I stopped wearing lashes because I wasn't going nowhere during the pandemic. I didn't need to buy any lashes because I wasn't going nowhere. Shit was closed. And I learned to use mascara. Like, but that ties into the beauty supply store total, you know what I'm saying? Because that's beauty supply store shit. So yeah, y'all, it's great here. It's great here. So I was paying $30 to get my nails done, $35 for feet, $35 and up for feet, and then $7 to get my eyebrows arched, and then another additional tip. So the tip would I would probably tip like $5, $6. That adds up. That's like 65 plus 7. That's 72 plus tip. $77 at the nail salon. No, so now I get my little press-ons from Rite Aid. They $6. I'm gonna learn how to do my toes myself, so that's gonna be another thing knocked off of my list. And yeah, that shit can stay in my pocket. The next thing is like Hygiene and Honey Pot. Now, I put this because Honey Pot, they stuff be coming in like the smallest packages, right? I don't really support Honey Pot anymore anyway, so I had to find another alternative brand that was nice and organic. But Honey Pot, their packaging is too small for me, you know what I mean? Like, I get the overnight pads. You get like probably 13 pads, not even 20 pads, for $10.99 a pop. Y'all know the orange bag I'm talking about, the overnight pads. I got those. They were $10.99, and then I would have to get the panty liners, small pack, probably $8.99. Like, what am I doing? So what I do now is, I feel like this was a blessing in disguise because Honey Pot came out with their bullshit, so I had to find another brand. This is the brand I use now. These are extra long overnight pads. 48 pads come in here. 48 pads come in here for $7. Now the Honey Pot pads were $10.99 for like 13. 48 pads in here for $7. And this is the overnight version, and this is the extra long overnight version. So this isn't even the biggest version that they have. What? I love that for me. I absolutely love that for me. The next one is the panty liners. If you are familiar with Honey Pot panty liners, most of you should be, because I put most of y'all on. The Honey Pot panty liners came in like this little rectangle thing, right? Not a lot of panty liners. What'd I say? 80 liners for $7. 80 liners for $7. So this is just like a wake-up call, you know what I'm saying? Think about what you spend your money on and how much it costs you, because it'll make a difference, you know what I mean? Like, it will genuinely make a difference. Like, add up your total. So when I added up my total, and this is just like, there's no tax involved, you know, plus tax, you gotta pay tax. My total came up to $176 that I could be saving. Cause my hair, for hair I put 50, for nail salon care, toes I put 30, hands 35. That's just around where I would, that's just around the price. Eyebrows 7. Hygiene Honey Pot $10. My Hygiene Honey Pot, the pads will be $10. They would be $10.99, and then I would have to get like the liners and shit like that, and then I would get a second pads thing for $10.99. So that's $20 right there, plus the liners. You know what I'm saying, because not too many come in the pack, you know what I'm saying? So I would be spending like $176, probably more, because, you know, I didn't add tax or anything like that, and these aren't the exact prices. $176 that I could be saving. What? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So this was a wake-up call, and this was a great exercise for me, because I'm just like, okay, I'm on the right path, you know what I'm saying? Like, I stopped spending money on all these things, and yeah, you know. But one thing that I will never stop spending my money on is books. I forgot how much I love books, you know what I'm saying? I love me a good book. I love me a good book. I just love books. I will give y'all so my bookshelf actually has books on it, And what I want to do, like my goal is to clear out all those hair products and just fill them with the books that I've read. And so far it's working. I have one shelf filled with books, and we gotta get the other 4. But yeah, I love books. I love books, specifically books written by Black people. I love Black authors. Doesn't necessarily have to be a Black author, but I love books written by, I would prefer books written by Black authors. And yeah, y'all, so that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. I feel like the hair was very much needed, you know what I'm saying? Because I've always wanted locks. Like ever since I was little, I've always wanted locks. And I am living my inner child, you know what I mean? That's what my 24 has been about lately. Living within my inner child, you know what I mean? For example, books, I've always liked books, but I let teachers tell me that my reading comprehension was bad. You know, I let teachers tell me that I let my mom influence me on my reading comprehension, like, oh, make sure you know you're comprehending, and that made me not want to read, you know what I'm saying? So now I forgot that I even forgot that I had a love and passion for reading. My skates are sitting right here next to me in the box. I've been skating a lot lately, and that is bringing my inner child a lot of joy. I got locks. I've wanted locks since I was a child, right? But my mom, me being the only girl and having the longest hair in the family, I had to obtain that, you know what I'm saying? Like my mom liked me to look a certain way, and she wasn't going for that. But now that I'm grown, I can just do whatever the fuck I want to now with my hair, and she can either like it or not like it. But now it's like she can't tell me no. You get what I'm saying? So that's just a couple things that I'm doing that bring my inner child joy, and I love it. I am extremely happy in my life right now, and that's great for me. What is something, or you can name a lot of some things, what is something that you do to heal your inner child? I just gave you 3. My books, I love my books. I got locks. I've always wanted locks. Nobody knew that. Nobody knew I wanted locks. So everybody's just like, oh, this is new. Like, no, it's not to me. I've always wanted locks. And my skating, so yeah, books, locks, skating, that's 3. So let me know, what is something that you do or would like to pursue to heal your inner child? And as soon as when you type it, do it or buy it. What is one thing you've always wanted as a child that you could never get, or something that you had that got lost or destroyed, or like let's say you had to move and you had to leave it behind? What is one thing or a couple somethings? I would love to know. And when you write that down, when you type it, as soon as you put that comment down, I want you to, if you can afford it, you know what I mean, like if you can afford it, go buy it or go do it, you know what I mean? Go do it, because it's a freeing feeling, and I want y'all to feel how I feel. I want you, no. I want your inner child to feel how my inner child feels, because my inner child is happy right now. So yeah, go buy that thing. If you wanted a certain Barbie doll that you lost, or you know, it got lost in a fire, or I don't know, whatever, go buy it again. You know what I'm saying? If you want to learn how to swim, learn how to swim. If you want to take piano lessons, learn how to piano. Dance lessons, learn how to dance. Skate, learn how to skate. If there was something you always wanted to get done, like a crazy hairstyle or a color hairstyle, you get that crazy color hairstyle. Like literally, me coloring my hair was also bringing out my inner child, because my mom always told me no. I always had to wear black. My mom always told me no to everything. Like it was always no, 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 no. So now that I'm grown, it's yes, 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 and 1,000 times yes. You know? I remember when I was little, I couldn't wear Bath and Body Works because it was too grown. Like my grandmother, it's like my grandmother was my mom and my mom wasn't my mom. I've talked to y'all about this several times. My mother, she used to just go off of whatever her mother said, and it's like, no, like, would you I don't know what the fuck was wrong with my mom at the time, but it was like, will you, like, I'm not her kid, you know what I'm saying? I'm your kid. So she bought me Bath and Body Works, and she was like, I had Japanese cherry blossom. I think I was like 8 years old, and I had my little High School Musical crossbody, right? And I pulled out that scent thinking I was hot shit in front of my grandmother, and I used it because I think I had just washed my hands. And she was like, she told my mama, she said, that's too grown. That scent is too grown for her. Will you believe when I moved away from my granny, I Japanese cherry blossomed. I was Japanese cherry blossomed to death. Okay, that was my signature scent. When I turned 15, got a little money, Japanese cherry blossom was my fucking scent, and it drove my mom and my brother crazy, not knowing I was killing my inner child, and I didn't even realize it. 15 years old. To this day, they will tell you, like, yo, she always had Japanese cherry blossom. She always bought Japanese cherry blossom. I had the spray, I had the body wash, I had the shimmering spray, I had the big lotion, the small lotion, the travel size lotion. Japanese cherry blossom was my scent, and I will still buy it till this day. I don't care. Y'all, yeah, it's like my mom doesn't, I don't know, like, she gives excuses for my grandmother. She's like, oh, you know, well, she was just trying to do this, she was just trying to do that. Like, to this day, when I speak on my grandmother and I tell her some of the things that she used to say and some of the things that she used to do, oh, well, she just thought she had to be a second parent because, you know, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, your mom was trash, yo. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even realize it because that's your mother or whatever the fuck, but she treated your kids like trash. Me and my brothers have stories, but that's a video for another, that's a topic for a different day. Sometimes I just like doing this and then bringing it back up. But yeah, and also the thing is, nobody can speak on these experiences but me and my brothers, because we were the only ones with her. So you know what I'm saying? There could be some else, you know, I know, what's on me? My uncles will sometimes try to be like, oh, well, she wasn't like this, I don't remember that. You wasn't there. Like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, were you there? Were you in the house? Even when you were in the house, where were you at? You were in the basement because you lived in the basement, so you wasn't, like, what? Weird ass. Anyways, y'all already know I don't fuck with my family, but yeah, so that is the video. Hopefully you learned something. all of my videos, I want you to take something, whether it's healing your inner child, or dealing with toxic family members, or learning how to not spend money, learning how to do shit yourself so you don't have, so you can save a little money. You learned something today, hopefully. So yeah, that's all I want to do. It's just give my knowledge. So yeah, y'all, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Latrice. And it doesn't matter how old you are, you can embrace your inner child. I'm 24 years old. Some of you may think that's young, some of you may think that's old, depending on your age. But I'm 24 years old, and I'm bringing on my inner child. You can be 60, do that thing, get the fuck out there. You know what I'm saying? You could be 40, get out there and do that thing and embrace your inner child. Because if I have trauma from my childhood, I'm almost sure that my mother's generation has trauma from her childhood, because that's her mom. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if my mom has trauma, but if I have trauma, I'm almost positive that my mother's generation has trauma from their mom's upbringing. And it's not okay, but that generational curse stops here, because I am healing myself, and I will never put my kid in any of the situations that I was involved in when I was a child. And I put that on everything, you know. That's why I had to make a conscious decision when I got pregnant to have an abortion, because there was no way I wanted my child to be around certain people, and there's no way that I wanted to give my child struggle. I just don't want to do that, you know. I want to have children when I am ready and stable. And yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for hearing me. Thank you so much for not judging. I always like to keep this space nice and safe. You know, I love keeping my videos at I love keeping my videos a safe place where people can leave comments and just talk among themselves, or you know what I mean. So yeah, I'll see you in my next video.